everyone, this is a trader investor. I want to do a follow-up of this morning's pre-market preparation as promised. So the markets had a kind of a mixed day today. It was not a significant up day, was not a significant down day in all four of them. So the SPYs, the Qs were kind of weak, but not that weak as compared to the broader market. IWM, even though it closed lower, it kind of bounced around as well. And diamonds, from a price action perspective, they closed higher than they opened, so you can say that they were the strongest, but even that is not a lot of big movements. But I want to talk about the SPYs in a couple of ways for two reasons. One, I did mention before the open that the markets were about to open in the imbalance that was left yesterday. When yesterday's price gapped down, it left this imbalance, and this morning the open already took care of that imbalance, right? Took care meaning at least 50% of that imbalance zone. The dotted lines that you see inside that imbalance zone is the midway mark. So they took care of that. So when price decided to go down, I participated in this position. And then a couple of things also that I noticed was the distance between the low of the 15-minute range and the mid-range of yesterday was not so far out. Therefore, I had a tighter target. I did not want to target $2-3 moves. I was targeting 50 cents move, a dollar move, and then I would exit because some of these would line up with yesterday's mid-range of the 15 minutes or yesterday's low of this 15 minutes. As you can see, this is where price reversed. So I took up that position. On the reverse side, I wanted to take a position to go long once price broke VWAP, but I missed this entry. So when I missed this entry, I got a second opportunity. As I got a second opportunity around 10 a.m. where I saw price retested the VWAP and wanted to reverse. Now I took that entry, and then over the next hour and a half, price just didn't move. So when price doesn't move, especially on a second entry where I have a high, a higher high, a low, a higher low, I don't know where this next high is. Is it a lower high, or is it going to continue that movement and go to a new higher high? And when price stalls, for me, that's a sign of indecision. It could go either way, but when there's indecision like this, I just exit my position. And I will add a snippet of my entries, both for the put side and the call side, and you will see that I exited the put side with a nice profit, and on the call side I exited pretty much at break even. That's really where I exited, and I'm glad I exited at break even because I didn't want to give back my gains from this morning, and price did reverse, and I would have been giving back my gains from this morning. So it was a good decision, but sometimes it's not a good decision, but that's okay because it's about that consistently being profitable. So if price had done this, I would have exited prematurely, but because price did this, I exited at a good exit point, but that's okay. And where stops help me is if I enter here and price immediately reverses, then I get stopped out below the lows of this swing. But if price does this and and I don't take profits and I get stopped out, I get upset about that because that's on me for being too greedy. So I gotta let price take its move and take those positions off or protect the gains from the day. So that's pretty much what I wanted to do. And secondly is I will remove this order block because it's clear to us that it's been taken care of. When price gapped up this morning, at the end of that 15 minutes, it left this imbalance, but it did not take even an hour because from 6:30 to 7:15 that gap was taken care of, so that imbalance is taken care of, and price from there tested the low of yesterday's 15 minutes and reversed. And pay attention to these 15-minute ranges. I don't hear a lot of people talking about these ranges, but price has a tendency to respect those levels. So on what day was this? I think this was Friday. No, this was Monday. Yes, this was Monday. So on Monday, we formed this range here, this 15-minute range, and then, you know, if you draw a line as support resistance, what did price do? It came down, got rejected, came down, got rejected, came down, got rejected. It went through. Anybody who thought, oh, this is going to be short, would probably stopped out, and those who were not stopped out had a nice payday today. But you can see these lines were respected very nicely. That's why I pay attention to them. What is price doing? And if I'm breaking above, if I'm breaking below, I'm looking at those levels to tell me, is it a good entry, is it a bad entry? As you can see here, last week Thursday, price did not go very far from those lows, right? It went maybe to the low of the day, but not very far from those lows. So it's kind of respecting those levels. That's why I like to pay attention to them. So as we move to today, as you can see, this low of yesterday's 15-minute range was respected, and price reversed after that. And so as you enter your positions, make sure that you have this in sight, right? If we're way above it or if we're way below it, we have very good entries to look at. And, you know, targets could be further out, but when my high of today's 15-minute range is not far away from yesterday's high, then, you know, I have shorter distance as target. This is how I'm looking at the markets. This is how they're all set up today. And so you can see some of them in the Qs, for example, kind of stayed within that range initially, and then it broke down and started to collapse. In the IWM, it stayed within the range initially. It collapsed a little bit, but then stayed within its own range for today for the most part. So there was really not a trading day. In the diamonds, because they the low of today was not far away from the high of yesterday, and I already had a position in SPY, so I did not want to take another position in the diamonds. And in the diamonds, they had a nice reversal, and, you know, I was busy at this time. I missed the SPY reversal as I showed you here, and the diamonds would have been the same reversal opportunity here. And diamonds really didn't give you a second opportunity until, you know, 12:15 Pacific time, and by that time for me it's already too late to enter a new position. So that's how I'm looking at this market. So overall, not a bad trading day, but not a big range either. So price was contained, you know, between 417.57 and 414.93. Nice move if you could capture them on the way up or down. All right, everyone, take care. Don't forget to like this video, and I will see you in the next one.